Hey guys, my name is Joshua Marc Allen, and I'm the writer of Hounded. Fade in. The Systech Tower is dominant on the skyline. Will is crouched on the side of the building, on a window ledge outside of the 50th floor. He is completely at ease despite the gear he is carrying. Everything is secured to maximize mobility. But he does like to be prepared. Will also has a courier bag slung over his shoulder. Thunder rolls across the sky, and Will examines the gathering clouds. Laurel is Will's girlfriend and partner. She's a talented hacker and supporting from behind the security of her work terminal back in their shared apartment. Will leans around the corner, peeking in the window once more. A uniformed sentry walks down the hallway. Will stays in cover till he passes.
Laurel, I've got him.
Better get moving.
He reaches into a holster, draws out a small cutting torch, and edges close to the window. He cuts a small hole in the base, just large enough for him to slip through. Will slips through the hole and enters the building.
I'm in. Going silent.
All right. Good luck.
Then silent as a shadow, he slips to the hallway door. He cautiously cracks the door, taking stock of the hallway. The sentry has stopped and is checking something on his phone. Will observes him, matching him breath for breath. There's a crackle of static from the sentry's headset as his shift lead checks in. This propels the guard into motion once more. Will slips out of the conference room. As the sentry moves, Will times each of his footfalls to match. The pair move down the hall, one completely aware of the other. Will is completely silent, his every move, every breath hidden behind the guard's own noise. The hallway leads the two down to the main lobby of the floor, a massive area dominated with high-end display cases, a sort of trophy room for executives. There's a watch desk set prominently in the room. Behind the desk sits a hound. The man has been genetically enhanced by having canine DNA spliced into his own code, and select canine characteristics grafted on. The result is a rough patchwork of human and animal. Out the window behind the hound, a window washing trolley sways in the wind. Will starts slightly when he first spots the hound, but the guard he is following leads across the far end of the trophy room, and the hound seems pretty disinterested in anything. The guard starts across the foyer, cutting between display cases. Will stays with him, moving silently in the guard's blind spot, right behind him. As he passes between two cases, another roving guard passes. Will is clearly visible if the guard so much as turns his head. The guard Will is following stops and lets out a loud yawn. Will drops to the floor as the other guard looks across at him. The second guard hesitates, the sudden motion seemingly attracting his attention. Will is totally out of sight. The second guard closes in. The first guard continues on his path as the second guard closes. He stops close enough for Will to touch him. The guard looks around, confused. He shakes it off, and then cuts a new path across the foyer. Will steps into his shadow, follows. The guard's new path leads past the main office of the floor, and as the guard passes, Will peels off, hiding in the recessed double doorway. Will checks for other guards, then checks the door handle. It's locked. He takes a knee and confidently pulls out lockpicks. The door is open in seconds. Will slips inside. Will quickly crosses the room, passing the secretary's desk, and checks the inner door. It's unlocked. He enters. The walls of the office are lined with hologram generators, giving the appearance that the room has no walls and is seemingly open to the outside, surrounded by sheer drop-offs. Will is captivated. He crosses to the edge of the room, tentatively reaching out. The hologram ripples under his touch. Will turns back to the desk.
Laurel, I'm there.
Good. Scans look clear so far.
He pulls a small bit of tech out from his courier bag.
So I just activate it next to the hard drive, right?
Right. And I upgraded the software, so it should work even faster.
Will activates it, and a percentage readout starts counting up. Will watches the progress for a moment, and then...
Laurel, this is not faster.
The Hound at the security desk idly clicks through camera displays as an alarm starts blinking.
Impossible.
The Hound types rapidly for a moment and slaps an alarm button.
We have a problem.
The percentage is still ticking up, but not fast enough.
Get in there. Now!
Will examines the readout nervously. A trio of guards sprint across the main room, bursting through the doors to the main office. The look of the office has changed. The guards hesitate in the doorway. One breaks away, confused by the broken window, going for a closer look. That's all it takes. The other two follow. As the three clear the doorway, the readout hits 100%. Will slips it back into his bag. The trio of guards reach the window. One of them touches it, and the hologram ripples. The spell is broken.
Idiots.
And the three start to spread around the office. Will doesn't waste any time and sprints for the foyer. The guards give chase.
Good hack. But they're on me. How do I get out of here?
Will sprints between two cases, taking multiple turns and quickly losing his pursuers. He takes cover to coordinate a plan.
They're blocking the exits.
What about my entry point?
Burned.
Stairs?
No good.
Then what?
Laurel,
help me out.
Look, they're moving in too quick. The guy is gonna have this place locked down in 2 minutes.
Got it.
Will?
Will eases around the edge of his cover and sprints toward the Hound behind the control desk. The Hound is so occupied coordinating his men, he misses the target charging straight at him. Will charges and the Hound finally spots him, but too late. Will dash vaults across the desk, propelling his entire weight into the chest of the guard. The two drop together. Will controls the fall, landing with a hard elbow to the side of the Hound's head.
Move!
Will springs to his feet, dropping a small bit of tech on the security desk. Sparks fly, and screens go to static. Will leaps from the desk onto a nearby display case.
Get him.
The Hound stays on the ground, out cold.
He's right
The
there.
guards try to close in, but Will stays a step ahead, dancing across the tops of the displays, vaulting across walkways, leaping to the floor as one guard tries to climb up to intercept, and finally leaping from one tall case back to the bank of elevators. Two guards spot him
Stop it.
and sprint toward him. Will windmills for a second, trying to find a new avenue. The stairwell bangs open.
In here, quick!
What the hell?
Now!
What is this?
What is it?
This isn't gonna hold. You need to go.
What's happening?
Just tell him I did it, okay?
Tell who?
What's going on?
Fixer, you have to tell him I did what he asked.
Who?
Just promise me you'll tell him. Now go!
Will obviously wants to ask another question, but the door is starting to move. He takes his opportunity and leaps down the stairs.
What was all that?
Not sure, but I'll take it.
Passing a floor marker on the 15th floor, Will asks,
What's next?
Give me a sec. Scanning the camera feeds. You can get down a few floors, but they are on their way up.
How tall is the next building on this side?
10 floors. Why?
I have an idea. Am I clear?
They're all over.
Going for it.
Will?
There!
Will sprints towards the window. The ropes of the above window washer trolley tangle in view. He fires the cutter to life and sprints hard. The window starts to break, and the sheer force of his run propels him through. His momentum starts to carry him across to the next building. But you can't fight physics. He's gonna miss it. Will twists, prepping for the return swing to the building. Guards have gathered at the shattered window. Will lets the rope gently slip through his fingers, descending several floors, firing up the glass cutter once more, bracing for impact, only to slam into the side of the building. Hit hard, it takes him a moment to get back to his feet. He gives the window a testing kick. Will looks up the rope to his exit point. A couple of guards are looking down at him, rapidly talking. He looks around, checking his options. Seeing something, he runs along the wall as far as he can, then reverses. He sprints hard off the edge of the building and leaps. Time Time dilates as he sails across the gap, traffic crossing below him. Clears it, rolls to his feet as he hits. He quickly pulls out a small scope, looking for guard activity. The guards can be seen reporting in.
Sir, he made it out. Should we send someone after him? Sir?
Mr. Harrison stands at the edge of his office, looking down at the projected action below.
Let him go.
But sir...
Clean it up.
Yes, sir.
And send me Ichitaka. Tell him there is new prey.
The guard finishes the transmission, hesitates, then looks at the other guard with him.
Man, can you go? I hate that creepy fuck.
How does it like that? Yeah, I'll get him.
Will watches the guards retreat. Job complete. It's time for Will to report in. Back to base. A crowd of rough-looking modded contractors linger out in front. Will cuts a wide berth around them as he enters. As Will walks into base, he surveys the thinning crowd of contractors. Job boards display live the status of current contracts. Most of the crowd here is hovered around the boards, waiting for someone to fail, looking for a job to poach. The biggest, scariest man in the room mans the security checkpoint, leading back to the office. Bear. Bear is an Ursine mod, and was a big player in his day. Now he's happily retired and just works at base. Will waits through the brief security line. A "Reinvest in yourself, get modded today" poster prominent behind him. As Bear clears each contractor, he runs them through the mod scanner, noting new mods and checking for firearms, just in case anyone's stupid enough to still be carrying since the ban.
Hey, Bear.
Will,
Will steps forward into the scanner, which doesn't even flicker.
still nothing.
You know me. Never been a fan of the mods. No offense.
Well, none taken. Go ahead. Tessa will see you.
Everything go okay?
As well as can be expected.
You really ought to reinvest.
I'm not getting modded.
Your choice. It wouldn't make things easier, though.
Just the same.
Registering the SysTech job as complete. We'll send payment over to your usual account.
Thanks, Tess. So, anything new on the board?
Nothing for norms.
All right. Hey, Zach.
Zach is lost in thought behind the counter, pretty distracted by the TV he's watching.
Hey, Will. How'd the job go?
Completed it.
Guess that's all that matters.
Will moves with an ease born of familiarity through the scattered merchandise on the shelves. Zach is still distracted.
How much for the oranges?
30.
What's got you so distracted?
Some guy got footage of Blake.
Will stops, taking a step toward Zach. He leans on the counter next to him, both intent on the TV. The newscaster is extraordinarily pleased to present.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. A rare glimpse of the right-hand man of Gentech, Blake.
Blake races across the rooftops, moving with inhuman grace in the off-centered and shaky footage.
How did they even find him?
He took a job.
Bullshit. Blake hasn't taken a job outside of Gentech in years.
Seriously, man.
Jesus, what's the job?
Some sort of delivery.
A delivery? What's worth so much that they need Blake?
Not sure. A case?
Damn.
Right? Bet it would set you and me up for life.
I should get going. Can you put all this on my account?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks, man. See you next time.
All right.
Will steps out, carrying his bags. Thunder rolls, and the sky opens up. Resigned, Will heads home. Will enters, dripping wet.
Laurel? I'm home.
Laurel sees him, hops up from the couch, meets him in the doorway. They kiss. For a moment, all is right in the world. Laurel is just finishing preparing dinner Will goes to the fridge to get some drinks.
Anything on the wires?
About your job? No. It's been quiet.
Good.
Checking go okay?
Yeah, no problem.
So, what's the new contract? Don't tell me.
Yeah, nothing for norms.
It's okay.
No, Laurel, it's not.
Will, stop.
Maybe it's
You
time.
didn't work this hard to keep both of us out of testing to now just go sign up for it.
I just feel...
Baby, stop. Come on, you have to let this go.
Laurel.
No. Let's train.
No? I just got back.
Please. For me? I've been cooped up all day.
Like I could ever say no. All right.
Will and Laurel stand, faced off, dressed in workout clothes. The following is over a montage shot of Will and Laurel working together. They have a definite comfort and grace. They are very familiar working together. There are moments where they match each other with a beautiful synchronicity, and others where they push each other hard. Laurel times a grapple, spinning Will to the floor, throwing him on his back and lands, straddling him.
Do I have your attention now?
They kiss.
Come to bed. It's okay. You don't have to say it. I know. You too. And Will,
Yes?
when you come to bed,
Yeah?
wake me up.
God, she is amazing.
Now go brood. Let it out. It's okay.
She deserves more than this.
Will struggles. Ultimately, he turns and stays in the living room. He collapses on the couch and turns on the news.
And in fact, the top 5 corporate employers have all recently cut the salaries of employees who have been there for less than 2 years. At the Genesis Tower, a large number of employees had gathered and threatened strike. They were all immediately terminated and replaced. Judges were dispatched and the crowd dispersed without incident. The CEO of Genesis has promised increased patrols to ensure...
What's this?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some shocking news. This station has received a second clip of Blake to show you, but I must warn you, it contains graphic images that may upset some viewers.
Someone got footage of him standing still? This is the first. Shit.
We have no information yet about the unidentified woman Blake appeared to be speaking to, but it appears that Blake may be dead, and this is the man who took down the legend.
Who cares? He's a dead man. Judges will kill you in sight for even carrying a gun.
Judges have been dispatched to control the scene.
So dead.
Based on the editing in the footage, it's obvious that there were at least 2 cameramen. This station will be investigating further, but it seems safe to say that this was set up. Our team is looking into the incident. Join us tomorrow at 7 for our full report.
Blake is dead. Mid-mission. Carrying a case worth more than I will make in a lifetime. Everyone is going to make a play for it. And so am I. Laurel, wake up. We've got to go to work.
Hope that sort of whet your appetite for what's to come. That was pages 1 through 22 of a 95-page script. The script is complete and copywritten and registered at the WGA, so. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this kind of whets the appetite for what's to come. And if you're interested, contact details are right there. Hope to hear from you.